make it a better place. It'll take creation.
Hi everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings. Welcome to my video today, you guys. I have a couple things I want to share with you today. We're going to start out by talking about the Create and Share Club project for May, but then I'm going to be making a card with the 2 stamp sets I just showed you. So for May, for my Create and Share Club project, my club members are getting these items. This is a card that we're going to make. These 2 items right here are the make and take. So we're going to be making that card, and then we're also going to be doing this little journal. It's a little journal, it flips open, and we're going to be using the Going Global stamp set. The free item this month for club members is this designer paper right here. There's 22 sheets there, 2 each of each design. Then there is the notebook, and then some of these metallic sequins, and all of the items to make the card and decorate the journal. So it's quite a bit of product this month. I've really been looking forward to sharing this project with you guys, and everybody who participates in the club this month is getting a brand new annual catalog that will be live next month, but club members are getting their catalogs first, and that is always exciting. Their catalogs will be just tucked right in their package for the month. So in order to be a part of my club, you just have to place a $35 order. It's an online order, and you use the hostess code. The hostess code is in the YouTube description below, and you can check out my website for all of the information for that. Today, I wanted to share with you another card that I'm going to be making using that Going Global stamp set, and I'm using mint macaroon and basic black. We're going to start out with a thick piece of Whisper White cardstock, and we're just going to score that. I've already cut it at 5.5, and then I'm going to score it at 4.25. We're going to take some of this designer paper, and I'm just making sure I get that design there, and I'm going to cut that down to 4 by 5.25. So it's going to be a really simple layer, and you can see that all of that really pretty design is on that piece. So just be aware when you're trimming your paper of the design and what you want the that designer paper to look like when you layer it. I have a piece of mint macaroon paper, and that's cut at 4.25 by 5.5, and it's going to be a layer right on that thick Whisper White cardstock. So then I'm just taking my tape here. This is the foam tape I use, and I'm actually using it on my designer paper, which I don't usually do. I guess I've always kind of thought that if I was going to use foam tape, I should use it on cardstock. But in this project today, I'm using it right on the designer paper, and it works really well. So don't be afraid to use that adhesive on your designer paper. That's going to pop that layer up and give us a little bit of dimension on the card, because this is a really simple card. I wanted a really simple masculine type birthday card, and this worked out perfect. So we're just layering that right on the mint macaroon. You're going to center it, and then we'll add a couple other layers to this card. We're going to take a simple basic black layer, and all I did was cut a thin strip of basic black. I cut it at 2 inches by 4.25. So that is going to be able to layer right on that card. I'm sorry I cut that off camera. I thought I was on camera when I cut it. But I just made a small layer to put on the front of this card, and then I'm going to turn that card and use my grid mat to make sure that that piece is straight. I cannot get these pieces on the card straight unless I use my grid mat. So then I have a very vanilla piece, and that's going to go on top of the basic black piece. I just took a 1/4 inch off there. You can eyeball it or do a little bit more, a little bit less, just however you like your layers. So I'm taking this stamped image right here. I'm using the basic black stamp pad, and we are stamping that right on mint macaroon. I would usually use my 2-inch circle punch for this, but my 2-inch circle punch is broken. I don't know what happened to it, but it won't punch anymore. So Stampin' Up! Is replacing that for me, which is wonderful. So I'm just taking this over to my Big Shot, and I'm going to use my circle framelits. Now these circle framelits are retiring, but I will keep mine to use them because they layer so well with our punches. And so you can see right there, I just used one of the smaller circle framelits and I cut that out and it worked perfect. So now I'm taking the sentiment, and I thought this was cute for a more of a masculine card. It says, "They say it's your birthday." And I don't know, I just thought a guy would like that kind of sentiment. It's not so girly. So I went ahead and stamped that, and I did it over on the edge, and then I'm going to take my paper snips and just create a little flag at the end of that, and we're going to end up trimming that down a little bit more, but I wanted to go ahead and snip that and then stamp it to get an idea of where I wanted it. So I just trimmed that down a little bit more. It's kind of hard to see that sentiment on there, but you'll see why I trimmed that down a little bit more in 1 second. So I'm taking dimensionals and I'm putting them on the back of this circle, and I end up adding one more to it, but you'll see that in a second. So we're just going to attach our basic black piece, and again, you can do however thick you want that basic black piece. I did mine at 2 inches, and then I did my very vanilla piece at 1.5 inches. So that allowed there to be a little bit of a border. So that's just kind of in the middle. And then the flagged piece is going to go flat down again on the basic black piece. And I did get this a little bit off-centered. I got it a little higher, and I didn't notice until the card was all put together. So it's just a little bit hard to get that perfectly centered when I'm filming because the card is so far in front of me. So I just take off those dimensionals, and I want that circle to overlap that very vanilla piece. And you could just make the very vanilla piece 4.25 and then layer that circle right over it, and you really wouldn't be able to see it. You wouldn't have to trim it down if you didn't want to, but I went ahead and trimmed it down. So really that's it for the card. I'm going to take a basic pearl. I never use these. I feel like I always use rhinestones. So I thought I would mix it up and use a pearl right in the middle of that stamped image. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my ATG gun just because I like to use that adhesive to attach it to a white card base. And I'm just going to add that to the white card base. So I recently got a question as to why I use the white card base so much now, and I just like to use that because it's easier to write inside the card. Instead of using colored cardstock, I feel like if I have the white card base, then it's easier to write whatever I want in the inside of that card. So you can just see that it's really easy to attach that right to the white card base, and then you're all finished. So I really enjoyed creating this card. It was really simple to create, and I loved using the Going Places Designer Series paper. And I would love for you guys to join my club this month. It's super simple. You just place a $35 order using the hostess code that I provide, and then you will be able to get the make and take in the mail, the designer paper, and an annual catalog, which is super fun to get that brand new catalog. And my club members always get the catalog first. They are my preferred customers, and so they get all of that first. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I apologize that I've done another voiceover. It has just been really hard to find a quiet moment in my house to film, and I know these voiceovers are a little bit harder to follow. So I apologize for that. I would love for you to check out these 2 other videos I have for you. They're both card making videos. One is a simple congratulations card that I created for the Global Design Project website, and the other video is a set of cards I created using the Project Life Memories in the Making kit in the occasions catalog. I created some cards using that. So don't forget, the retiring list is out and many items are already sold out. So make sure you head over to my website. You can find out all the information about my club. There's a link to the retired list, and you can pick up any of those items that you would like to get before they're sold out. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'll be back on Thursday with another project for you, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.